Oh my gosh, you guys have to come and have a look at the garden at the moment. It is going wild. Things are breaking out of the garden beds, they're creeping all over the pathways. We've just had 64 millimeters of rain, which is amazing for us here. And I feel like you can literally watch the landscape change from brown to green in front of your eyes. So let's go check out the garden and see what's growing. My name's Steph and this is Indara Farms. We are in the wheat belt of Western Australia near a town called Meckering, and we are in a semi-arid climate, zone 9B for people that refer to zones so that you can get an idea of where we're at. First day of autumn today, 1st of March, and it's nice, it's not too cold, it's quite warm today actually, considering we've had quite some storms yesterday and the day before, and we're expecting some more. So while there's a little bit of a break in the weather and we've got some sunshine, I thought we would go and check everything out. So let's start off with the seedlings over here. So some of them actually got quite damaged because of the gutters being here, and it was raining that hard, so I moved them so that they wouldn't get more damage. But you can see where it actually pulled out splashed out, I guess, some of the soil. Some didn't germinate. I'm not sure what happened there. I actually think they might have been old seeds. But mostly they're doing really well. Can't wait to get all these in the garden. These are all my cool weather crops. So I've got a lot of broccolis and Brussels sprouts. I have had something eating my Brussels sprouts though. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm not sure if it's a mouse or a bird or something that likes greens. And obviously I didn't use the same texture as I've used as these ones because these ones have washed off, but I'm pretty sure they're calendula, and there'll be another sort of maybe purple cauliflower or broccoli. But yeah, so the seedlings are doing really well in my little nursery that doesn't have any protection from the elements. As you can see, the cover fell off, but we're doing all right. Hi guys, so as we come into the veggie patch, we've finally finished laying most of our gravel just in time for autumn, because autumn and winter will bring the weeds. Summer I don't really have much of a problem because it's not really wet enough for the weeds to even grow, but autumn and winter, this whole brown landscape behind me will change to green, mostly with weeds. So heading into the chicken runs, the gardens are pretty much done. There's a few things out the front that will remain, which is like the geraniums and this passion fruit vine, but the rest are really just there. I'm going to chop and drop and let the chickens come through now and have some fun. The only thing that I've recently planted in here are some sweet potatoes. So some of them are just starting to come through. They've probably really appreciated this rain that we've had. And I will just protect this area from the chickens by putting up a little fence around this area. And I just realized I haven't given YouTube an update on the little chicks that were hatched. So as you may remember, we had a clucky hen. I wasn't sure anything was going to come of it. And then we had 2 babies. So let's check them out. Hi Reynolds. Hi baby. How you going? See, can you see the little babies? This is not their mother, but they are growing so big. So I've just got them in this little area for a little bit longer. The other chickens can jump in and out as they please. This is where they tend to lay their eggs. I'm more worried about if I let them out that a crow could potentially take them, or a predator. So just until they get just a little bit bigger, then they'll go outside. But yeah, 2 little baby chicks on the farm. So we're going to head back out of the chicken run gardens and chicken coop and have a look at the raised vegetable garden. So in the top bed here, just going to flip you around. I've recently prepped this area here for the garlic crops that are going to be going in, which is awesome because we've had that rain, so that's going to help really nice and dampen all that fresh compost and mulch that I've put down. We still have in this bed some watermelons growing. So we do have quite a few watermelons coming along, and I've got this potato here, which I probably need to harvest because that's definitely ready. And then I will start clearing the rest of this out. This plant here on the trellis is actually some beans that I planted at the start of the season. They're called Bean Lab Lab, and I have not seen any beans yet. Will it ever produce? I don't know. It's been months and months and months. But this is a common sight at the moment in the garden. All the plants are just falling and spilling out of the garden beds. I love it. I think it looks wild, especially when the landscape is so dry at the moment. It's nice to come through here and it feel that little bit lush. But we were just there at the beans, so like I said, they're not really producing anything. I'm not sure. I'll give them a while longer. Hopefully we do get some beans. And in this garden bed, which is a long 7 meters by 1.2 meter bed, I have 4 of them that size, and the rest are 4 meters by 1.2. So this one has some spring onions at the top. These ones here I've just been cutting, and I leave the roots in and they just regrow, and that seems to be doing really well. We've got some rock melons here growing, and we do have quite a bit of rock melons on them. Let's have a look. So we've got some rock melons, some here. You have to dig for them. I can see one. They blend in a lot. Can you see that rock melon there? And mixed up with this is some watermelons as well. They're the sugar baby watermelons. There you go. There's one there. And then in amongst all of that is some nice lettuce growing too. Some of it was seed I planted a while ago. Some of it I actually like to let a lot of my plants go to seed, as those lettuces are. And what happens is they'll just dry out, drop, and I won't need to plant lettuce. They'll just keep coming up when they're ready. There's a bit of a mixture in here. We've got these ones. There's some plain green ones. It's another one that's gone to seed because it was really warm in the weeks leading up to this rain. We've had like 40+ degree days. But just a nice little salad bar. And then moving down, we've got these globe artichokes that I actually grew from seed. They have all of a sudden just taken off. Behind that wild plant growing everywhere is an African horned cucumber. And in there as well is some little watermelons and some old tomato plants. We also just noticed that this little one has come up too, which I think I have it written down as a dahlia cactus. So how pretty is that? So coming around the corner, as you can see here, we've got the shade cloth covering the strawberries. Finally, end of summer, they were starting to get a bit burnt, so I've protected them with the shade cloth. Hopefully they'll pull through, and that's a little lime tree in there as well. This is that absolutely wild plant, African horned cucumber growing. It looks amazing. It won't make the regrow list It is prickly as, and I'm not really sure that I love the fruit. But it was cool to experiment and try something new. So if we come up this garden bed, we've got to step through this African horn cucumber. I'm not sure if you can see there, in amongst it is some watermelons, just the sugar baby small watermelons growing as well. We come up, so we were just here on this bed where the lettuce and everything was. On the opposite side of that you can see the more watermelons and some zucchinis as well. So if we're looking at this bed now, this is a this is the cucamelons, or the some people call them Mexican sour gherkins. Not sure if you can see that there. There we go. I still haven't got any yet. I'm hoping that it's not too late. Oh, look, I wonder if, oh no, that's a watermelon. But yeah, I haven't got any of these famous little gherkin cucumbers. Hopefully we will get some soon. I grew those ones from seed as well, and they've only just taken off. And what's hanging over this is all these amazing rock melons. So this was a Diggers Club rock melon. I can't exactly remember the variety, but if you want me to find out, I can just look up my records and let me know. But there is lots hanging off there. Like I said, the garden just looks amazing at the moment, especially after all that rain that we've had. So what else have we got in here? We've got this chili plant. I planted some chili seeds at the start of spring and none grew, and now all of a sudden this one's decided to come through. We've got some old tomato plants behind there. There's another, look, rock melon. This thing is loaded. Just a quick tip on how to tell if they're ready. You just look at this little tendril here and it goes completely brown, and that's how you know your watermelons and rock melons and that are usually ready to be picked, and these ones are not ready yet. Look, there's some more down here. Not sure if you can see that, but there is a lot more in there as well. So yeah, that little tendril on the top is not completely brown yet, so it's not ready to be harvested. What else have we got in this bed? We've got a random beetroot plant, and we have got some beautiful zinnias. Aren't these just so pretty? Look at all the colours. So you've got orange and red and pink, got some yellow, and it's about to just produce a heap more as well. Okay, so looking back down the other side of that long garden bed, we have some more rock melons hanging over this side. We have a lot of basil, which is going to seed and flowering, and it is bringing in all these amazing bees and pollinators. Look at that. I think we're about to be in on the rock melon, guys. What do you reckon? And we've got some marigolds here. And we've got some old tomatoes. I need to go through and take those out now. We've got some more basil in between all of that. Some marigolds. Some watermelons spilling out and over. And we've got this volunteer tomato plant that I have pruned back, and it just keeps wanting to give and give and give. Look at all this new growth. That grew last winter, so that is officially nearly 12 months. No, 12 months old? Yeah, coming into next winter, so 9 months old. Will it continue to grow throughout the winter? I'm not sure. And then, as I said, we've got this wild African horned cucumber, which is coming through out onto this garden bed as well. Check out the great big green wall of African horned cucumber. If nothing else, it looks cool, doesn't it? I'll try and show you actually what they look like. Let's go and have a look and see if we can find some. That's actually another zinnia that's trying to grow out from the edge of that. Let's see, this is so prickly. Don't really want to go sticking my hands through. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's them as little babies. They get to much bigger than that, about that big. Can't find any in here that look to be nearly ready, but you do need to put your gloves on and really have a rummage. But as I do, as they start to produce more, I'll make sure to share that. So let's go down to, we'll just have a quick look over here. Lots of people have been asking what this is. Now this was, I don't know how to pronounce it, radicchio. I think it's also known as chicory, that has actually gone to seed. And it has these beautiful purpley blue flowers on them that the bees and everything just love, and it is so beautiful. I would plant this again just to let it go to seed. So this one at the back here is what's gone to seed. You can sort of see these ones at the front, they haven't gone to seed yet, so that's what they look like. And then you've got this one. It's so pretty, hey? Normally first thing in the morning the flowers are open. It's getting a bit later now, but it's so beautiful. It's probably been hammered a bit by the rain that we've had too. It's been quite strong. Behind it is some silver beet going to seed, which I need to save. And then we've got some calendula that I let go to seed last year, and it was growing right here, and I'm pretty sure that's calendula growing up again. So I didn't even need to plant that one. And we've got a quince tree in the center here growing, which is a deciduous tree. That's why it's looking a bit sad. Okay, so coming back down this way again, we'll have a look on this side. We've got some tomatoes. I had really bad pest problems this year with tomatoes with the 28s. They just came through and destroyed a lot of my tomatoes. This one I've pruned back and is actually coming back, so I'll let him do its thing. Got some more watermelons spilling out over the edge. We've got a leek in there, which was from last season, that's just decided to grow. And in this part here, it looks empty, but I've actually just planted a heap of potatoes underneath there. And that's all watermelons coming out from the other side. Hopefully this video isn't taking too long and you guys are hanging in there and enjoying it. Let's have a quick look through some of the other ones that are growing. On this side here, we have another beautiful zinnia growing. Look at all the different colors on these. They are just so bright and happy in here. Okay, we have some watermelons and lots of basil. This is a Cosmo that I just recently cut a lot of the dead flowers off and took inside to save the seed. That's probably had its day now. And we've got another marigold, lots more basil, which was interplanted near the tomatoes, but that is all finished. The tomatoes are pretty much had enough, most of them. But the flowering basil is just such an attractor of all the good pollinators. sometimes we're lucky enough to spot the blue banded bee, which is a native bee. You may have seen that I've shared it on my Instagram's account a fair bit. I just love seeing those guys in the garden enjoying the basil. Okay, so looking to the other side, let's talk about how awesome this plant is. It's a Armenian cucumber. I will definitely grow this every single year. It has just been prolific. It's stood up to our heat. So you would normally pick them about this size, and I'm letting some go past it so I can save the seeds. Look at that one there. This is one that I'm saving the seed from. Look, from the top all the way to the bottom. It's huge. So yes, this one is one that I'm going to save for seed. I believe it's from the melon family, this cucumber Armenian. So it's actually a melon, but if you pick them younger, then you can enjoy them just like a cucumber, and they taste pretty much just like a cucumber. You can eat the skin and all. There's another one there. There, it's prolific. Look at these little baby ones. Highly recommend growing this one. So yes, that's pretty much on this wall. There are a few beans starting to grow up next to it, and we've got some zucchinis up here. I've actually saved some of the seeds off of these ones already, so I've let them already, that one there, produce a huge big zucchini that I'm going to save the seeds off, and I'll do that in another video. But there are some more zucchinis on here ready to be picked. And then you sort of just come around this way, and we've got some silver beet, capsicums, parsley. So the capsicums are all growing in there. This is my little flower patch on this side for the pollinators, and I leave out some water that's easy to access for the bees. So yeah, as you can see, this watermelon has completely escaped from the garden bed, not respecting any boundaries at all, which, like I said, I don't mind. I kind of like it. The cucumber Armenian is hanging over the wall, and we've got some beautiful cosmos just finishing up there. Let's go and have a closer look. As you can see from this way too, it is just crawling everywhere. Hopefully we actually get some watermelons out of it. I haven't actually noticed if there's any on it yet, but it's growing amazing. This is all the eggplants, which are also looking really good. We have some eggplants all throughout this garden. And we have some capsicums and some chilies down this end. Check out all these nice chilies. Right guys, I think this video is probably getting quite long, so I better sign off. In this one here we still have some rock melon and some other little seeds coming up. Okay guys, so that's it. That's probably going to do us today. I hope you enjoyed that look around our garden and seeing what's growing right now. I could spend another couple of hours with you sharing that, but I don't think that you guys have got the time. And now I'm going to go back inside and edit this video and get it up for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And I'm a new channel, so subscribing means the world to me. If you hit that subscribe button, that helps to show me that you guys are interested in what we've got to share here. We have some big plans for the future on our farm, and I can't wait to take you guys along with us for the journey. Thanks guys.